to say now. Since Rihanna and ASAP Rocky recently joined forces to sue Jay-Z for a number of bizarre things, just when we thought things couldn't get any messier, it turns out the rumors of secret tension between them were true all along. Rihanna is suing Jay-Z for allegedly forcing her to sleep with him in exchange for a record deal, Baby, and guess what? Jay and Beyoncé wasted no time. They called their attorneys and hit back with their own lawsuit against Rihanna in less than 24 hours. Both sides had been in talks with their lawyers for a while, but the public is only now finding out. This is the last thing anyone expected, considering Rihanna is still tied to Roc Nation, and her man, ASAP Rocky, was nearly locked away for 24 years. So what's really going on here? Did Jay-Z actually prey on 17-year-old Rihanna for a record deal? And after keeping quiet for 2 decades, is she finally ready to spill the truth? Let's get straight to it. As soon as news broke that Rihanna and ASAP Rocky had filed multiple lawsuits against Jay-Z and Beyoncé, and vice versa, the internet exploded. The first thought that crossed everyone's mind: does this have anything to do with the chilling rumors that Jay-Z allegedly locked Rihanna in his office and assaulted her, leaving her with an STD? After all, Rihanna was just 17 when she signed to Def Jam. She was an immigrant struggling to make it, and Jay-Z reportedly took advantage of her vulnerability, making her his little side piece. The whispers intensified when Rihanna's publicist at the time leaked shocking claims to multiple media outlets, alleging that Jay had been intimate with her. But when Jay-Z found out, he made sure that publicists took back every word, because people were starting to see him in a completely different and disturbing light. And guess what? That publicist mysteriously disappeared for months, only to return later, retracting everything and saying he made up the rumors just to boost Rihanna's debut single, Pas de Replay. He admitted, "The PR stunt I pulled was reckless. I was desperate to make Pas de Replay blow up, so I threw spaghetti at the wall to see what would stick." But here's the thing, forcing a publicist to take back his words doesn't erase what people already believe. And the rumors didn't die down. In fact, they only grew stronger. And to make matters worse, Rihanna herself once revealed that when she went to meet Jay-Z for a record deal, he locked her in his office against her will and kept her there for hours. Now, I'm not saying something happened, but let's be real. Why would a grown man lock up a desperate 17-year-old immigrant overnight in his office? That's not just suspicious, it's terrifying. And here's where it gets even messier. Some fans believe Tyra Banks subtly tried to get Rihanna to open up about it in an interview. It was almost as if Tyra had heard what happened behind the scenes and wanted the audience to know too. But Rihanna, she was visibly uncomfortable and did everything she could to keep those painful details to herself. So, what's really the truth behind these lawsuits? And is this just the beginning of a battle that will finally expose what happened behind closed doors? Stay tuned, because this is only getting started.
Tell me about your audition with Jay-Z. Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
Yes.
But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Pas de Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, "We don't sing songs here, we sing artists." And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, "And we're interested." And there was this sudden feel of relief.
So then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did a whole
Oh, I
word.
did a lot of homework on you, this lady.
He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal signed, or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with Jay-Z, you met Beyoncé.
That's right.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak.
Really?
Really, that's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, "Okay, one more person." And there she was. And I could not speak.
And she gave you some advice.
Yes, she did. She just told me to, when I get on stage, let loose, have fun, and be in control.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let it go.
No.
Because she'd be like, what?
Just like Rihanna and Jay-Z, Foxy Brown has also faced disturbing accusations. Multiple people, including Jaguar Wright, have claimed that Jay-Z allegedly took advantage of Foxy when she was still a minor. Jaguar went even further, alleging that Jay-Z not only got Foxy pregnant, but also gave her an STD. And if that wasn't shocking enough, she also claimed that Rihanna contracted an STD from Jay-Z, which she later passed on to Chris Brown.
Yeah, Foxy deaf. She deaf because she had the syphilis, because she never got all them venereal disease treated. Y'all should go back and talk to all of the that she slept with in Philly when she was in Philly. She burned every last, never signed no paperwork.
Okay, you never signed no paperwork.
I just didn't want to put my family's life on the line.
Jay-Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown. Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started with her and signed her to death.
Jaguar Wright didn't initially reveal what kind of STD Rihanna allegedly passed to Chris Brown, but in a later interview, she made an explosive claim, saying that Jay-Z had given Rihanna herpes during their rumored affair. And that's why Chris snapped. Not only did he reportedly get infected, but Chris also claimed he caught Rihanna in the act, allegedly performing on Clive Davis and holding another man's D in her mouth when he pulled up to her house in 2009 to confront her about the disease.
You guys gonna hold on to Chris Brown and Rihanna, you know what I'm saying?
I don't understand why people keep talking about that. It was forever ago. They were both very young, and he had just had his first herpes outbreak from her giving him the herpes.
Ooh, my.
Like, how the did, you know what I mean? Like people don't understand what happened that night. And that's because Jay-Z worked so hard to change the narrative of that night. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started with her and signed her to death jail. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most sexually involved with, and that was Sean Carter. So here it is. Chris Brown has his first herpes outbreak from a celebrity girlfriend who he was set up with, and it was supposed to be this and it was supposed to be that, and he was there so people wouldn't pay attention to the fact that she was Jay-Z, underage. Jay-Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown. And that first night, when he had that outbreak and he busted in his house and said, "Where the is this dirty Jack?" I can't fault him for that. He had this is beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Chris Brown, she done ruined him. She ruined him at 19 years old. He's got the Jay-Z herpes.
Oh.
And it's unfair. Because now that's a part of his story. And Rihanna ain't innocent. Because she was in there giving the blowjob in the coat closet when Chris Brown came in. He said, "You always sucking something." Then he said, "I'm done with you." And he stormed out of his house, got into his very expensive car, and Rihanna chased after him. She gets in the car and started fighting on him because he embarrassed her for calling her and saying in front of every house the night before the Grammy. She in the car trying to fuck him up. They're speeding on the Pacific Coast Highway, and you know Pacific Coast Highway, very steep. She could have the both of them fighting him while he was trying to just get the fuck away from her. Because Lord knows he couldn't get away from the herpes.
Oh.
And he hit her back. Just calm down. And all of this is happening while he's doing damn near 100 miles per hour in a sports car on Pacific Coast Highway while he's still trying to register that he is beautiful Chris Brown and his is now trash at 19.
My.
Because he got set up with a that was in a file who gave her herpes. And that's what happened. And people wonder why I speak up for Chris Brown. That's why. And if I'm lying, all of them can sue me, even you.
In order to prevent the truth from being revealed, Jaguar asserts that Jay and Rihanna altered the entire narrative. In case you're wondering where Jaguar obtained all of this, details from her assertion that she was present at the party that evening and witnessed it firsthand.
Happened that night, and I know because I was at the party. It was the last this kiss the fucking pinky ring fucking party I ever went to. And Jay-Z and them get on the radio and they talk about that little fucking boy. And then they put together that whole sham and then have him arrested on the red carpet just to make sure America fucking hated him for defending himself against that crazy I mean, she's sexy as shit, and she's pure, and she has all of my respect when it comes to the game. But you ruined Chris Brown's life, and you knew you ruined his life, and the only reason you did it was because your Jay-Z told you to, so that he could cover up the fact that he started f***ing you at 14 when he was damn near 30 years.
Right now, it's unclear whether the lawsuits between Rihanna, ASAP Rocky, Beyoncé, and Jay-Z will actually hold up, especially since Roc Nation responded almost immediately after the news broke. People took a cryptic tweet that read, "Don't be dumb. as a warning that the lawsuit rumors were completely false. On top of that, reports claim that Rihanna is suing Jay-Z and Beyoncé for labor violations. A claim that doesn't even make sense because, as far as we know, they don't have any official business together. So either someone is making this up out of boredom, or there's still a lot more to this story that hasn't been revealed yet. The internet had a lot to say, like one user who wrote, "I definitely feel like Rihanna and ASAP got played by Roc Nation. They were probably mad ASAP got released from this mess." Meanwhile, recent reports suggest that Roc Nation might actually face legal trouble from Carter instead. Another user added, "Y'all are eating up lies because why would Beyoncé and Jay-Z sue Rihanna over a labor lawsuit? That makes zero sense." Then there's the fact that 100,000 of these sources can't even spell the names right, and they're acting like A$AP Rocky is some assistant. That alone should have been the biggest red flag. What the F would Jay-Z even gain from suing A$AP? Now, I want to hear from y'all. Do you believe this lawsuit is real, or is it just another industry distraction? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to click here for even more drama.